Hi, Errol.
Hello and good morning, you three. How are you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Man, what you guys are about ready to do on MTV with the Love Experiment, this is going to be the center of a lot of conversations because we're going to live vicariously through you.
I love it. Yes.
I love that for y'all.
Wow.
I love it.
Because you know what? I still think we're still getting it wrong. And you know, with couples coming together and it's like so we're gonna watch through you through this dating app and find out, okay, how can we get this right?
You know, and I think people have to understand that there is no right, but there is a wrong.
Oh my God. I never even thought about that. Oh my God.
This show is unlike anything that you've ever seen. And it is definitely an app. Like, to our left, to our right, there is a man for everyone. And it's so exciting. Like, we are honestly kind of overwhelmed in the beginning, just having these men laid out in front of us like this. But as I said, you know, we have someone for everyone. And it was just like, what would you like? Who do you want to add to your cart today?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because at one point in time, love was all about who you met on your everyday walk and path. Nowadays, I mean, it's like, okay, who can I invite into my life right now?
Yeah, it's definitely giving an invite only. And I would say just us being in the hall is equivalent to like opening a DM. Like, if we didn't pick you, we left you on red. And if we did pick you, we want to see more about you. So I just love the fact that it's three women in charge and we're dating how we want to date at our own pace. But I feel like we have a cheat code because we have a love guidance on the show. Her name is Spicy Madi, and she really helped us navigate through dating because honestly, you can't tell me, Mars, and Paige that we're not perfect. And she
got those layers. Yep.
She got us together.
And you can see that we start breaking down those barriers and those walls as we go through the journey.
I was going to ask you about the imperfections. How do you steer your way through them or around them?
Whose imperfections?
The guys. I mean, because come on, I'm a guy. I'm a total screw up. I mean, it's I admit that.
I am just glad that you have come, to terms with yourself. I love that for you. No, I'm just joking. But I mean, no one is perfect, honestly. Like, even us, I know, it's hard to really say, but no one's perfect. And so you just have to, meet people where they are and be able to love them, receive them, and give them what they need, how they deserve to receive it. If they're not ready, then they're not ready. And if you're not able to give them what they need or even, love them in the way that they need to be loved or care for them in the way they need to be cared for, then you're just not the person for them. And I think a lot of people take that personally as like it's a personal attack on you, but it's really a personal thing with that other person.
Seen, everybody wants to be feel seen.
How do you tap into, like, because when you go to the app and you're reading about them, I mean, I'm the crazy fool that I can put stuff up there and people always interpret whatever they want. How do you get beyond that? Because, interpretation is one thing, but to physically get to know this person, you're going to have that conversation.
So one of the biggest things is when you first go into the hall, of course, is I'm not going to say it's solely based off looks, but the looks definitely get you in the room with us. And the guys were handsome. So if we saw something that stuck out, as far as like their hobbies and their background, and we really were intrigued by it, we picked those guys. So after like going on, dates with them or whatever, if it was something that we wanted to explore more, we kept them around. But if it was just not our cup of tea, we sent them back and we just had to do it and, not feel any remorse about it because there are so many eligible bachelors here that are for us. So we shouldn't have to settle.
Yeah, and it's such a short period of time. So you just have to ask questions. You have to ask the right questions and just, like Tam said, don't feel bad about asking questions because it is your life. Like, this is your life. And if it's not
trust your gut.
Right. Trust your gut, trust your intuition. If this person is saying something that's really rubbing you the wrong way, then they probably aren't for you. But you're not going to know unless you really ask those tough questions. Tough conversations make the world go round.
Oh, my God. And with a dating app, do you have to get a security check? Because, I mean, if I were on the app, I'd be going, okay, I'm going to be back in about 25, 30 minutes. I'm just going to go find out what your background is. Okay. And then we can have a conversation.
You just
They
gotta
vetted
pass
us.
and then you gotta pass, the background check, the
I
credit,
agree.
the kids.
I agree. Do the check.
Social Security.
If you can't wait for me to do a check, then what are you even here for?
Yeah.
No,
What's your credit score?
Yeah, that's right.
no felonies, of course, but the guys come from good hoping backgrounds from what we could see. But that's just stuff that you had to like find out throughout just dating them and finding out, over time. We just can't come out with 21 questions and say, hey, where you live, where you stay, what's your, last four.
Right.
What's your credit score?
You're not supposed to do that.
How do you deal with the possibility of either you ghosting or them ghosting you? Because I mean that right there, that would make my anxiety go through the roof. Oh my God, I've just been ghosted. What did I do wrong?
I mean,
What's for you is for you always.
Right.
Yeah.
And honestly,
you ghosted or ghosted someone.
You can't really think about the other person. If you know that you're genuine and you put, good effort into it, then you'll get that energy reciprocated back. And if,
Right.
if it's not, or they don't, or they do ghost you, that's their loss, not yours.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Don't take it personally.
I think men always spin the block. Men
They
always.
do.
Always
always-
spin the block.
They always want that old thing back. So don't
back.
ever take it personally. That's the big thing that I feel like I've had to come to grips with just growing up and getting to, this point in my life. Like if someone chooses to ghost someone, like you just can't take those things personally.
Yeah.
It probably had nothing to do with you. And it's literally, not even probably, it's literally all them. Whatever they have in their head, if that's the thing that they choose to do, especially if you're being genuine, you can't take it personally. Just move on.
Yeah.
The show we're talking about is The Love Experiment on MTV. One of the things, I'm a wedding DJ, so I mean, I went through that little evolution where people just started to get to know each other through an app. So I love this because I experience it. I get to experience the marriage part of meeting other people.
Nice.
Love that. I just feel like marriage is, I feel like ultimately the goal for all of us. Some people are against marriage. I still believe in love. All of us do. That's really the main reason why we even wanted to do the love experiment. But I feel like when you hang around more couples and more relationship oriented people, you attract that versus hanging around single women and,
women, yeah.
So us being all in the same friend group and wanting the same things, we're attracting what we want, and we're aligning with that. So I love that.
Putting out what we want back. Yeah.
Right.
Is there a secret to keeping the magic in the first date? And the reason why I bring that up is because I remember the very second that I met my wife. I've been married to her for 31 years. I've never lost that magic touch. So is there something magic that you're looking for?
I want my person to keep dating me. Keep dating me.
Maintain it. Yeah.
Over and over.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yep. No one wants to feel like, the spark is gone after 10 years, after 5 years, after, a certain amount of time. People want to feel like you're still their first and always choice,
Yeah.
And I feel like, the honesty of just being in a relationship, not just, being honest about like your whereabouts or anything like that, but just being honest about your feelings. Like this is supposed to be your teammate. This is your person. At the end of the day, like this is going to be your best friend because and I'm sure you can, relate to this, the older that you get in your relationship, people are going to start disappearing, whether it's just life or just, growing apart. So this is supposed to be the person that you can communicate with first. And if I can't, be real and honest with you and say, this is how I'm feeling, I'm a little down right now, or I'm up right now and you're down, I should be able to, know that me being honest with you, you're not going to, hold it over my head, or you're not going to, take it for granted. You're going to help us get to the next plane, whether it be me uplifting you or you uplifting me, but just being honest about everything going on within our relationship.
Being true helpmates.
One of the things that I've noticed lately, I've noticed a lot lately that guys are changing. I'm seeing a lot more guys playing the father role, and I love that. I love seeing guys with kids. It's just, I didn't have it as a kid, and to see it today, it's like, oh my God, this is so cool.
I know, my ovaries, right? Like, calm down, girl. It's coming.
Yeah.
No, I love to see that, especially for me. I grew up in a single parent household, so my mom was the mom and the dad. So I just know moving forward, I look for certain things within a man that I would want to have kids with. So when I see a man with his child and I see how he's treat that child, it says a
Treating
lot.
the child.
It makes me like that man or love that man even more because he's a provider, he's a protector. You know, he knows how to love and nurture this child because honestly, a child's first love is going to be his mom and his dad.
Yep, absolutely.
And you want to be able to trust. And they said that if you chose him, if you pick him, that means that you have to trust that man to be to do what he's gonna do. You know.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on the love experiment. Please come back to this show anytime in the future. The door is always going to be open for you.
Thank you
so much.
We might have to get you for a little, wedding reception. We'll see.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's book it now. You be brilliant today, okay?
All right.
You too. I love it.